What's going on, guys? It's No just checking in. Today I just wanted to give you guys a quick little tip for how to avoid panic attacks, how to avoid anxiety attacks. If you'd like to know my story, it's in the description below. The only thing you need to know is that I have suffered from anxiety very, very badly. I've had panic attacks very, very often when I was in a severe part of my depression that began, and in my anxiety that began May of 2011. It's the foundation of this whole channel. And one of the things that I found that was most helpful to me, I don't want to beat around the bush, I don't want to do what I normally do, which is ramble, but one thing that really made a difference for me in terms of avoiding a panic attack was having a benzodiazepine on hand and ready. I want to be very, very clear that I don't believe taking benzos as a measure or as a means of controlling your anxiety in general is a good thing, is a healthy thing, is a good long-term solution. But what I do believe is that having a benzo such as lorazepam, which is a generic form of Ativan, I think just the fact that I had it on me really relieved any pressure or stress that my world was going to end if I had a panic attack. Now, if you've ever had a panic attack, you can attest to the fact that it is one of the scariest experiences you could ever possibly have. Now, granted, no one's ever died from a panic attack, but it feels like you're dying. It's horribly uncomfortable, and once you've had a couple really severe ones, it can make you very paranoid and obsessive about avoiding the next one. Now, I want to, again, reiterate, taking something like Ativan, lorazepam, Xanax is not a very good one in my opinion, very fast acting but a very highly addictive one. But the point is, taking benzos can be a lifesaver in a pinch. If you are having a bad anxiety attack and the normal, let's just say the natural methods of coping, controlling, and dealing with it aren't working and it's severe, taking one can be a huge relief. But what I found beyond taking one, like I already said, but I just want to reiterate, is having it there was like a security blanket. It was like a tool in my chest. It was like a shield. I knew that it was there. And I believe, and I firmly believe, that just knowing that the Ativan was there, that the benzo was ready, and it was there, by the way, it was prescribed, it prevented some anxiety attacks, and it afforded me more time to implement other techniques, tactics, and measures that are non-pharmaceutical, that could help me get through that panic attack, that potential panic attack. So the natural methods being controlling my breathing, controlling my rampant and ruminating thoughts, calling someone, grounding, closing my eyes, stretching. I have more, and I'm spacing on them, and I don't want to just ramble off anymore, but I have like a laundry list. I just haven't had to use them in a while. But the point is, there are natural methods, and there are certainly, in general, cognitive behavioral things that can be done to help you avoid panic attacks in general. But, as I've said, and I will say again, having a benzo on hand could be that extra armor, that extra shield that you need, just to let you know that if it happened to get extra bad, if you happen to full-blown panic, quick relief could be there. You wouldn't be alone, you wouldn't have to suffer, and just the fact that it's there, like I said, is a very comforting presence, which is important. I think to cover my butt from people that are going to perhaps take this video wrong, I do want to say that benzos can be addictive, highly addictive, and they can do more harm than good if they are not used as needed. When my doctor prescribed them for me, he didn't want me to take any more than 3 doses per week. I'm a big boy, relatively speaking. I'm a pretty big boy, and he had me on never more than a dose of 1 milligram of lorazepam, of Ativan, and this is a 0.5, for example. And it was not about taking the Ativan. It wasn't a solution. It was just a Band-Aid, but we need Band-Aids. You need things that comfort you in a very uncomfortable time, when you're dealing with mood disorders, anxiety, depression, what have you. And I just think that's something that if you haven't considered, it would be worth it. Now, you need to also know yourself. Think about the way you are as a person. Do you have an addictive personality? Do you understand the risks? I have not found anything addictive about lorazepam, but I've never abused my dosage, and I've only used it in a pinch. Again, I think just the fact that it's here has been the biggest help. I mean, this last refill, I've had like 2 in like the last 6 months. ½ milligram. You understand? It's not a common thing that I would ever need it, but it's there. So consult your physician about that. Talk to him about the possibility of using that as a coping mechanism and a way to just tweak your mindset, and then continue to dig into the reasons you're having anxiety, how to deal with it natural, and how to push through it so that, like me, you basically don't ever need it. That's my spiel. I know I rambled. That is a gift of mine. I know I did it this video, but I just wanted to share that with you because it really has been powerful and helpful. But do your homework. Learn what you need to learn about it. Don't take it lightly because it is, again, a drug. You know, it is in benzodiazepine. Research that if you need to. But it can be helpful. It can be a positive tool in your toolkit. You need to know that you have options. My name is Noah. Thank you for your time. I hope you're doing well. Please, as always, share your opinions in the comments below. If you agree, if you disagree, what are your thoughts? What have been your experiences? I've always found it to be pretty positive when used the way it's supposed to be used. But I've also, again, I have heard some really bad horror stories about people getting hooked on these benzos, such as Xanax. They end up taking massive doses every day just to get by, just to get well, so to speak. And that's not the answer. That's not the solution. That's not what I'm saying in this video. We'll do another video soon. Stay well. If you're fighting, if you're struggling, be brave. You're not alone. You have me. You've got other people in your life. Reach out to them. And just keep fighting one day at a time. That is the plan. That's the goal. That's what I do. And that's what this is all about. Take care, guys.